Thank you for joining me today. Welcome to your Business English Boost. We're on episode 6 of this 100 episode series of videos where I'm reading through my entire book, The Little Big Business English Book of Vocabulary. I know the title is horrible. The more I say it, the more I realize how horrible it is. But it's a good book with a bad title. What I'm doing is I'm reading through this entire book in this series. Every single page of this book I'm putting up on the video here, and I'm going to be sharing it with you guys. So today we're going to tackle the idiom to bite off more than you can chew. Let's jump right in. Okay, for those of you who have the book at home, we're going to be reading from page 22. Nope, I lied. Page 23 of the book. We're on page 23 of the book right there. If you don't have the book, no big deal. I'm just going to put the entire page that I'm reading from up on the screen. And if you do want to buy the book, I'll put a link down below in the description. It's $9.99 on Amazon worldwide. It's a small book, but there's a huge amount of content in it. Again, I'm going to be making 100 videos going through every single page of this book. So here we're looking at bite off more than you can chew. This is a pretty straightforward idiom. You probably do have this in your language. If you do have it in your language or something similar, I'd love to hear it, what it is, or any differences in meanings. Go down below and let me know in the comments. I just find it so interesting learning how different cultures have either similar idioms to English or different idioms that mean something the same thing as in English. So to bite off more than you can chew means you have a sandwich, you take a massive bite of that sandwich, and it's too much for you to chew. You just took too much into your mouth. This is exactly what it means. Because this is about taking in more than you're able to manage. This is such an incredibly useful idiom in business English. So if you overcommit, if you say yes to too many projects, if you say yes to something, to take on a task that's beyond your ability to complete, we say, I bit off more than I can chew. I'm going to read you the examples from the book here. So, bite off more than you can chew, to take on more work than you're able to handle, whether you don't have enough time, whether you don't have the skills or the ability. It doesn't matter. It could be both. It could be one or the other. So I bit off more than I can chew by accepting 2 product launches in 1 quarter. So if you are a yes person, I find myself in that situation a lot. I have a hard time saying no. So I often do bite off more than I can chew. So I took on 2 product launches within 1 quarter, and it's going to be really difficult for me to pull it off. To pull something off means to successfully do it, to manage it, to handle it. So I bit off more than I can chew. So if you are in a situation where you are stressed because you took on too many tasks or too many commitments, this is when you'd say, I bit off more than I can chew. You can go meet with your manager. I bit off more than I can chew with this client. They do need someone who's available more than I am. I bit off more than I can chew with this project. I don't have all the IT skills needed to roll out this new app. So if you do need to recognize that you have taken on more than either you don't have enough time for it or you don't have the skills for it, this is how you would talk to your manager or talk to your colleagues about you're a little overwhelmed or quite overwhelmed because you took on too much. Now, this really does put the ownership of taking on too much onto you. It's not as if someone gave you too many tasks. It's not as if someone gave you tasks that are over your ability. It means you've accepted them. You bit off more than you can chew. So you're acknowledging that it was your error by taking on so much, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it means you're enthusiastic. It means you're proactive. It means you're professional. It means you want to grow. It's okay. It's not going to really make you look unprofessional at all, but you're acknowledging the fact that you took on too much. I'm going to read you a couple more examples here from the book. The vendor bit off more than they could chew and missed 3 milestones. So you have a great vendor and they're yes vendors. They say, yep, no problem, we can do it. Yes, no problem, we can do it. Yes, no problem, we can do it. Well, they missed 3 milestones. You have major milestones in production or in your project, and they missed them, which means they delivered late because they took on way more work than they had the resources to pull off and handle. And the last example here is, let's not bite off more than we can chew with this expansion plan. So when you're in a great networking meeting or in a great brainstorming meeting and people have great ideas, well, great ideas are fantastic. Let's, go for the moon, aim as high as you can, but don't bite off more than you can chew. Do you have the staff? Do you have the budget? Do you have the time? Do you have the skills within your team to go and achieve this great plan? If not, caution people, let's not bite off more than we can chew. Let's not take on a project bigger than what we can deliver on. So I hope you found this very useful for bite off more than you can chew. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you for the next episode.